Hey guys, it is Tristan with Nerdette's Newsstand, and I want to talk a little bit about rumors and speculation when it comes to Injustice 3. Now, there has been rumors flying around about this, and I don't actually think this is legit. It comes from either 4chan or Reddit. Either way, I don't think any of this is true, but what I want to add to that is a little speculation. Injustice is by far my favorite video game, but it's a tie between that and Arkham Knight. I absolutely love this series, and then the comic books that take place in between are fantastic. And we just got a prequel, so it's very realistic to say that this game is probably in production, but I don't think this is what we're actually getting. Now, if you are new to the channel, enjoy this type of content, make sure you hit subscribe. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know who you want to see specifically in Injustice 3, because I'm going to let you know. But first, let's talk a little bit of rumors, because we have this coming across saying that there will be, of course, a wide variety of the roster. We've got the base roster with Aquaman, and they do this slash thing. Wondering if they're trying to say like Ocean Master would be a premier skin, right? I'm not sure. Batman with Terry McGinnis, who got Beast Boy, Black Canary, Blue Beetle / Green Beetle, which I would find very hard to believe they would put that in Green Beetle specifically, because it is not in the comic books. Maybe, you never know. So Booster Gold, Cheshire. Another one I would find very hard to believe. Cheshire is an amazing character, don't get me wrong, but if they're going to put in one of those female characters, my guess is it would be Nyssa, or more likely Lady Shiva, right? Constantine, Cyborg, Deathstroke, Flash / Impulse, Green Arrow, Green Lantern, John Stewart, Gardner, Harley, Quinn, Joker, King Shark, Lex Luthor, Metallo, Mirror Master, Nekron. That one surprised me. Poison Ivy, Ra's al Ghul, Raven, Red Tornado, Robin / Nightwing, Supergirl, Superman, Wonder Woman / Artemis. And if, this is legit, the pre-order would give you Anti-Monitor, just like we've seen with Darkseid before. It also goes on to say a lot of the moves that would be based off of or borrowed from MK11 fighters, like Red Tornado, would be inspired by Fujin, while Metallo may incorporate some of the Terminator moveset. Again, the roster seems a little sus. Definitely does. So what I want to talk about here, instead of really talking about the rumors, let's talk what could actually happen. Now, I do think that we seen in Mortal Kombat 11 the whole time travel issue. Now, they could do that very well in this also, using Time Trapper as the main villain, maybe working alongside the Spectre, because we know in the comics that the Spectre was taken over. But that would also give us a good roster, bringing in characters from the actual 5 years, specifically a good amount of the magic-based characters, right? So like Lucifer Morningstar, a very popular character as far as, Vertigo goes, but definitely more from the series. We would also have to bring in somebody like Zatanna, and because it is going, what I would think would be time travel with different, timelines and everything else, we could bring in Constantine. If you remember from the comic books, he has a daughter named Rose. You could also do a time jump forward and have Rose be a premier skin for Constantine. Same thing with Harley Quinn. You could jump time forward and actually get to see Lucy in action and, taken after her mother. So also with those, Justice League Dark characters, bring in Jason Blood. He was part of in the comics. Trigon was huge. The Spectre, again, a huge character in the comics that was taken over, right? Now, they did say that they thought Artemis would be a premier skin for Wonder Woman, when I think it would be more likely somebody like Nubia. Same with, if you remember, I believe it was in year 3, we had the dream sequence type, right, on a different Earth. And we had Laura Lane Kent. And that has been rumored who we are seeing in the Flash movie. So by doing time travel, you can do that dream sequence and bring in Laura Lane Kent. Another character that was very big in the comics was Trigon. Also, one that I would love to see them kind of incorporate, right, was the dead man version of Dick Grayson. It was Dick Grayson's soul, and we saw, him taken over by Nightwing, and it was awesome. I absolutely loved it. Another one I think they should bring in is Stargirl. Of course, that show is blowing up and fantastic. That would be awesome. Now, I know a lot of people don't like this character, but you would have to include him, the Batman who laughs, and you could have a premiere skin of the Darkest Night. Same with Robin. You could have a premiere skin of Robin King. The Batman who laughs has been a big deal at DC for a long time. I can't imagine they would make a game without him. Now, you could also incorporate some of the characters from Jim Lee's Wildcats, right? You could bring in Midnighter. Bring in Midnighter. Good advice. Bring in Midnighter. I would love to see Grifter also, which would probably be more likely, but Midnighter is definitely second best to Grifter. I don't know. That's kind of hard there. Now, if you wanted to incorporate some of the Alan Moore Watchmen characters, I would love, and I was very upset when we did not get this last time, Rorschach. Even Dr. Manhattan, but I can't imagine he wouldn't be super OP. Now, they mentioned Blue Beetle in that roster, right? They mentioned Green Beetle as a premier skin. I would say it would be better to bring in Gold Beetle, because that's another character from the future, right? So we're getting a little bit of a roster from the main timeline, the future. And of course, you would have to bring in the past characters from Injustice Year Zero, like Alan Scott and Jay Garrick. That would work perfect. Now, if you did have Ratcatcher, you could have Ratcatcher 2. You could bring in Boomerang and Bloodsport and have a premier skin for Deadshot. And of course, Detective Chimp. Because everybody loves Detective Chimp, right? I'm not a huge Detective Chimp fan. I'm not going to lie. So as far as everything else goes, I would like to see some DLC explored. Maybe outside or some of the B characters. They always bring in a Mortal Kombat character, right? Bring in Katana. Listen to me. Bring in Katana. And then maybe bring in Phantom Stranger, who also played a mild role in the comic books. But outside of the main continuity, you could bring in a character like Judge Dredd, which would be awesome. Or Savage Dragon. Absolutely would be amazing. So I think it could be done. I think if you use, the magic wielding characters as your main set next to basically the JSA, and use Time Trapper, have them work alongside the Spectre, work with the different timelines, have them kind of collide and make a mess. And you could almost set up 4 also at the same time by having those characters maybe get caught in that prequel comic, right? So they're going to have to then go up against Joker. They're going to have to then, see Harley Quinn back with Joker and what's going on and how she leaves him. They could set up Year Zero and set up their entire 4th Injustice all in one shot. I would absolutely love it. So let me know if you guys have any theories below or who you would like to see in Injustice 3. There's so many characters I would love to see. But Constantine is my number 1. So let me know your number 1 down below. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.